this time from Germany. Germany has signaled a deepening commitment to European defense and long-term support for Ukraine, as its Defence Minister Boris Pistorius has confirmed that Berlin is considering potential contribution to future security guarantees for Ukraine. This is Germany's commitment to European defense and long-term support, as the Defence Minister has confirmed. They are considering potential contribution for the security guarantees. Let's in fact listen in to his statement.
When it comes to negotiations, I learned in my life quite early that there is one rule you should obey to always. Never put anything off the table before the negotiation started, and never put anything on the table before negotiation started. That would be the biggest mistake we can do. Of course, we consider every contribution we might be able and willing to deliver, to provide for security guarantees for Ukraine, but we don't discuss that now publicly. And another point is, obviously, Germany is the biggest supporter of Ukraine after the US, and our role will become even more important in the months and years to come. So there's nobody I know in the world who will ever doubt our commitment in supporting Ukraine.
The event also marked a major milestone for European defense readiness. The new Rheinmetall facility, which is set to become Europe's largest munition plant, was hailed by NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte as a crucial step towards strengthening the alliance's deterrence and Ukraine's ongoing defense. Here is what he has said.
Secondly, that the Americans said we want to be involved when it comes to security guarantees. These discussions are now ongoing, so we are only 9 days since last Monday. I know that hard work is being done by our senior military people, by foreign ministers, by national security advisors. So, I mean, this is detailed, difficult stuff. You have to hammer it all out. So the fact that 9 days later we have not agreed on everything is not a bad signal. It means that we are working hard, and I'm absolutely sure we will get there, deciding on the security guarantees, what it will look like with American involvement, US involvement, plus, hopefully, as soon as possible, that meeting between Zelensky and Putin.
Meanwhile, construction of the plant began in February 2024. It was backed by a 500 million euros investment. It is expected to produce 25,000 artillery shells this year itself, scaling up to 350,000 rounds annually by 2027. That is not all. Also attending the event was German Vice-Chancellor Lars Klingbeil, who emphasized upon Germany's growing defense role amidst persistent aggression on Russia's side. Meanwhile, Rheinmetall CEO Armin Pepperger has stated that similar production facilities could be replicated in other NATO member states in order to strengthen the alliance's collective readiness. Meanwhile, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz has expressed support for boosting recruitment to the army and expanding Germany's defense industry in order to meet the demands of modern warfare. Germany's dual focus on production as well as political strategy is, of course, shaping up to become very crucial at the moment. Let's listen in to what Mark Rutte had to say.
And others will follow. We see that NATO allies are moving to invest a lot more in defense across Europe at the moment. And that's good. But cash alone, of course, doesn't provide security. Across the alliance, we have already expanded existing production lines and opened many new ones, like this one here in Unterlüß. This is absolutely crucial for our own security and also to keep supporting Ukraine in its fight today and to deter any aggression in the future.
All right, there exactly. We heard what Mark Rutte had to say with regards to the Rheinmetall facility now becoming Europe's largest munitions plant. Meanwhile, still with us on the broadcast is Mr. Glenn Grant. Thank you so much for your patience, as we of course heard what the European leaders have had to say. How do you view this new plant that has come up, and how will it strengthen Ukraine's defense capabilities, especially as this war does not seem to be abating anytime soon?
I think if we just look at the plant in isolation, I mean, what it will produce will probably only partially reduce the reduction in support from America. So it's good and it's needed and it's important. But actually, we need more. If Europe is in serious thoughts about having to fight Russia in the future, then this one plant is not sufficient. That's absolutely for sure. But I want to go back to one thing you actually mentioned previously, which was the sort of the use of the word considering by the Germans. I mean, Germany is giving a lot to Ukraine. There is no question about it. But its own defense forces are still developing, and they've got a long way to go. They don't have enough people to fill their structures, and what they want to do at the moment, they can't do. So considering is a word that covers up a multitude of sins. Europe is still acting and moving, but far too slowly.
Apart from Europe, we've also seen Donald Trump threatening Russia for economic sanctions if Putin does not come to the negotiating table. What do you make of these threats? Are these just empty statements that Trump is making?
No, they're worse than empty statements. They're pro-Russian statements, because every time he threatens, he doesn't do anything at all. And what he's doing is giving Putin more time to capture more ground. And that seems to be the name of the game and the way that Trump is actually working at the moment. His sanctions, threatening sanctions, has become a joke, and it's sad because it's not what's needed. Which solidarity is needed at the moment, and we're not getting that solidarity from the US.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for taking our time, sitting with us on NewsX World.